Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Valverde.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Fernandez charging forward, the ball at his feet. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nice sequence of passes, this. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe is having a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's Bellingham. Chouameni. Guiu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And they're not going to make any further progress now. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Caicedo. Now, can they get him away? Nicely weighted ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Valverde. Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Good driving run. Look at Vinicius Junior! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it. Can he get away? Valverde showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Caicedo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's well spotted.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Camavinga. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He is through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Cucurella gets into some space. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Now it's Bellingham. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Alaba. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Rudiger. Now Alaba. Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Looking for a runner.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Cucurella threads one in. Palmer. It's a threatening ball. And it's Caicedo. Cleared without hesitation. Mbappe. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that could set him on his way. He's beaten the last man. And the shot! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camavinga. Foot in. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Guyu. Tchouaméni. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. And he has been fouled there. Tchouaméni. Carvajal. So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Alaba. And still we await the first breakthrough. Tchouaméni has been caught there, it's a foul. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Tchouaméni, Madrid, perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Rodrigo. Guyu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Floated through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That could spell trouble. Chance for a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Goulet. Fernandez does really well there, he is strong. Played out to the left flank. Pinches it off him. It's a searching pass, and it's made its way to him. He's shifting through the... Can he finish? Gusto puts a cross in. That's a decent clearance. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Madrid looking to pass their way through. Looking to play him in. Great ball if he can get there. Great chance! Goulet. Brahim Diaz. And they can counter here. Aimed beyond the defence. He's in a great position here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Cambio de jugadores.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Out to the left it goes. And now the breakaway. That is good strength. Chouameni. And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who... Camavinga! And he's following up! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And claimed it back swiftly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler, so not the type to stay put. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ambitious ball here.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's worked it through. Chouameni. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
That is good strength. Incoming delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Fernandez is offering a wry smile there.
Alaba tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Caicedo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played out wide. Palmer. And the shot! It's in! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
El dorsal 10.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Good read, needed to be. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Madrid are behind here, despite their domination of possession. And it's Palmer. Played out to the right. Half an hour played now. Pass somewhat off target. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he plays one through. It's the left! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, split-second reaction.
Liam Delap clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. The muscular approach does pay off here. Palmer. Cucurella providing an outlet on that flank. Camavinga. Well, they've got it again.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Gusto makes the interception. Can he get it through? Rudiger. And Carvajal. And it's Bellingham. Eder Militao. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And it's Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. He won't be happy with that one. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Liam Delap. We are into overtime. Tchouaméni. And that interception. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Palmer. Palmer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. Fofana wins the duel this time. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He can run onto that, and he's picked it up out wide. Nice control. Drives it in. Eder Militao with the clearance. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's taking no chances there. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that's...
Valverde! Oh, it's fallen loose again! No mistake! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
We have
7,
got changes here, from both sides in fact.
El dorsal 8.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, great header! Carvajal gets rid without sophistication. Played into space out wide. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
João Pedro gets into some space, and he's managed to get rid, and that was nowhere near his best. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Oh, sweet feet. Endrick.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
And here's Endrick. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ceballos. And here's Rodrigo. Arda Güler. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He's having a shot! It's in! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Chelsea go into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Ceballos. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He whips it. Up he goes! And that could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that's clever. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now he's got space here. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Rodrigo looks to get on the end of this. Goulet. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass,
2
Peter,
minutos
did
de
he?
descuento.
Brahim Diaz. And that's been intercepted. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I've always been impressed with Danny Carvajal, Peter, because of his work rate and incessant running.
Can he finish? What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Digne. So what can they make of this? Digne is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe. Doué. Doué! It's there! 2-0, and in next to no time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely...
Big chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pressing high and with purpose. Elise.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Will play through for the wide man. And he welcomes it in. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Valverde. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, no question, that's a foul. France trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Olise, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Mbappe. Takes a shot!
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Doué. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. Gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Upamecano. Klaus. Now it's Olise. Klaus. Now it's Olise. And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. Played out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, super ball. Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Olise goes sliding in. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Carvajal. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Mbappe. He's having a go! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. And he was quick to react. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Klaus. For Olise. Some good work on the right flank here.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Doué. Has a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Olise with the short one. Oh, such a clever touch. Alaba. And the whistle goes for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Será quien tenga el número de entrada que coincida con el que aparecerá en el marcador dentro de unos segundos.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bellingham. Oh, they could break here. Can he get it through? Looking for options for movement. Fling chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Vinicius Junior is onto this. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, there's the clearance. Klaus. And they can counter here. Always onto this. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He is through here. He's found a way through. And the shot! Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
El dorsal
France
8.
got some
El
help from
dorsal
Lady Luck
5.
there. They all
El
count.
dorsal 6. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11.
Koundé.
El dorsal 9. El dorsal 19. El dorsal 21. El dorsal 15.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Traoré played out towards the right wing. And that's left him on the seat of his... Oh, he's been caught napping! All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Madrid have themselves a chance from the spot. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. It's bounced back off the post. And he's in on goal. And he shoots. And the ball's come loose here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Arda Güler. He's got away. Picked out. Decent chance! It's a goal! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So is this the start of a comeback? And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Traoré. Güler. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Rodrigo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a throw. Goes for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Stood up well to him there. Digne. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Endrick, and he's intervened well there. And they've got rid.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Endrick. Great ball, and he's in here. That's going to go a long way. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Ceballos. And here's Endrick. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alaba. Played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Carvajal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's with the keeper. Alaba. Traoré. Eder Militao. That has not gone well. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Rodrigo might just make this. Ceballos. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Endrick touches it back.
Just too much.
He's having a shot! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Deep, deep into injury time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere, and I think football won this time.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Some of the greatest who have played the game have described Frankie de Jong as a player who can define an era. The way he holds on to the ball, absorbs pressure, creates space. There's much more than a passing resemblance to some of the former greats.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavy. Vinicius Junior! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Not the most accurate pass. Alaba. Still goalless. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And the ball's come loose here. Oh, that was brilliantly defended. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Going to be disappointed with that. Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. De Jong did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bellingham gets into a good position.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Valverde. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Played out wide. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rudiger. Half an hour played now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Rashford. The defender is not giving up on this. That's a good run down the left. Gavi. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. He's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
He's away! Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And it's Valverde. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Balde. We are into stoppage time. Yamal. He could be in, and he shoots! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Strokes it back. Barcelona finding their passes. He's in a good position here. Good ball, good take. Oh, this looks sharp. Vinicius Junior. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gavi. Can he get on the end of this? Tchouaméni. Bellingham. And they can counter here. Now it's Valverde. Vinicius Junior. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Koundé is fouled.
Might want to be careful there.
Madrid still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Mbappe under an awful lot of pressure. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
Climbs up big! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 29.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And it's Diaz. Madrid, perhaps. That could spell trouble. Gavi. Brahim Diaz. Goulet. And here's Endrick. Thinks about the shot. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Endrick actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
This is their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass somewhat off target. Picked out brilliantly. He's had a shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Koundé, Araujo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yamal. And it's Gavi. And he skips past his man. Alaba did well to stay calm there. Chouameni. Carvajal. Now it's Goulet. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Ball swung in. And that should get the job done. And that has left him in a heap. Has a look and place it forward. Rodrigo. That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And here's Goulet. Gavi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Aim forwards. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Rodrigo. Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
There is some
10,
activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
El dorsal 6 serán sustituidos por
Endrick
el dorsal
looks to
11,
get on the end of
el
this.
dorsal 20,
Fernandes.
el dorsal 16.
And here's Rashford. And Fermin. And it's De Jong.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Endrick. Oh, good spread. Ceballos. Endrick. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chance here to counter. And that is that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good quality.